Oh, you've had a productive week.
Yeah. Apparently when you're home all week, all the little things get done. Who knew?
Yeah, go figure.
I've done so many little things. You know, like those things you're just like, I'll do it later, I'll do it later, I'll do it later. I did it all. I did it all this week.
Is later. Later is
so
now?
With
What are
myself.
those? Well done, Danielle.
Truly impressive. There's only one or two like major tasks left that I did not quite get
You'll
to.
do them later.
Yes, I will.
Hello and welcome to Book Retorts. I'm Sam.
I'm Danielle.
And this is the podcast about sharing your weird media finds with your friends who don't know what you're talking about.
That's me. I'm
That's
a
you,
friend.
Danielle. Well, you don't know what I'm talking about, so we'll find out.
Jinx.
Thank you, Danielle, for restating the what I just said in a slightly different way.
In a more fun way.
Sure, let's go with that.
We all know our listeners are here for me.
Yeah, just you. I should just leave. All right, Dan, you can do the rest of the podcast on your own, then I'm going. Bye.
That'd be boring since I don't know what we're doing today.
Yeah, so I guess you need me, huh? All right, well, speaking of, I'm very excited for what I brought for you today, Danielle.
Yeah,
It took me quite a while to track this down.
Weeks.
Longer, actually. Because I've brought you Wizards of the Lost Kingdom 2.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's a thing that exists. Who
It
knew?
does. So I'm very excited about this, and you have no idea. First, though, I'm going to need you to tell me what happened in the first Wizards of the Lost Kingdom movie.
Was that the one with the kangaroos?
No, absolutely
Oh, no.
not. That's Warriors of Virtue, which we did the
right.
sequel
To be fair, that's what I was like. They're kind of similar in that they're both generic names about fantasy places. But Wizards of the Lost. Can you give me a hint?
Wizards, not lizards?
It was like a boy that gets transported to a magic island and there's pirates.
Nope.
Was that one?
Nope. No, that was the Magic Island.
Darn it.
You still haven't made our Wizards, not lizards sticker, if that brings up anything.
It's not entirely my fault. It's been a crazy few months. I want to.
Yeah.
I think about it probably weekly. That's how much I want to do
That's enough
it.
for me.
Yeah. Wait. There was a castle involved
Yeah,
and a princess.
Good start. Yep.
And
Name the fantasy things, you'll get there.
Not a prince. He wasn't a prince, right? He was just
No.
a guy. And was there one in the sky? Like a castle in the sky at one point?
No.
Oh, no, that's the fairies one. That's mine.
Yeah, that's your movie. You did.
Listen, this is very
That's
hard.
the Leprechaun, the Legend of Leprechauns or whatever.
Why do we do so many weird fantasy things?
Okay, blame me.
I literally can't remember the plot of this. This is so hard. Give me any idea. Maybe
really
I could go. There was a bad guy.
Okay. Danielle, just describe
like the
the
uncle
generic
or
fantasies.
something. It was like the
Nope.
uncle or something. No,
Not even
it
close.
was the wizard, the guy who was interested in the queen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You remember his name?
See-
You had a lot of trouble with his name in the
No.
episode.
I can't even remember the plot.
His name was Shurka.
Oh, that's right. And then the main guy had some normal name like Todd or something.
No, that was the king. You remember the king's name?
Not Todd.
It was Tyler. King Tyler.
See, I was so close. That was so close.
Yeah, but he died immediately and was irrelevant, so.
Yeah, but the rest of the characters were not Tyler's.
Well, there was one Simon.
That's right. Gosh.
This is not your best showing.
I knew it wouldn't be. As soon as you said that, I was like, oh god, I'm gonna have to talk about it.
Yeah.
Doesn't what's-his-face, the main guy, go on some kind of adventure, but then it just circles back to the castle and he ends up back in the castle? And there's a ring or something?
Yeah, okay,
He like
we're getting there.
drops
Yeah.
a ring or hides it or something in a castle room,
Well-
and then he drops it, he loses it, and then he goes on a whole thing, and then he meets a mysterious guy who helps him out or something. Somebody helps him. He's in a cave at one point.
Yeah, okay,
You know
great,
why I
Danielle,
don't
all the
remember
highlights.
this? Because it's so generic, Sam. Everything I've
And
said, I literally
so
just guessed.
specific.
And he ends up full circle back at the castle to get the ring. I don't remember what the ring does, though.
Well, to be fair, Danielle, I don't think anyone knows what that ring does in that movie because
Okay.
I don't know if you remember how magic works in that movie.
No.
That's a no? All right.
I was thinking really hard.
Well, the answer is we don't know how it works because it's very unclear. Because sometimes, like, we need to be in the castle. Magic doesn't work outside the castle, but then it does. But also they need the ring because it's a magic ring that does magic, but they don't need the magic ring to do magic.
It's very... Right. And there was something with a river and, like, a fancy woman that lives in it.
I don't know if she was fancy. She was very naked, though.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Fancy was, like, my euphemism for sexy.
Okay. I'm not sure I follow the logic, but
It was just the first word that came to mind.
I mean, Judi Dench is fancy. And you know what? She's sexy, too, so I take it back.
I think there's some crossover. It's like a Venn diagram. There's a lot of crossover between fancy and sexy.
I mean, there's a Venn diagram for a lot of things, Danielle. Something
almost everything.
Think of. Yeah, she was the mermaid queen who didn't really matter that much.
Right, but I remember it. See?
Good. So, King Tyler was betrayed by his advisor Shurka and his wife, Queen, I don't remember her name, or I don't think she had one.
Doesn't matter.
Nope. He had a daughter named... No. Anyone?
Lily.
Nope. Aura!
See, that was very close.
Sure. Flower.
I just mean it's that kind of thing. It's like it's the nature thing.
Okay, sure. It was a name from nature. Okay, got it.
Aura. Uh-huh.
And there was Simon's father. You know his name?
Simon Sr.
Nope, I don't remember his name either because we just called him Magic Daddy.
Oh, yeah, I kind of remember that.
Yeah, Magic Daddy gave him the ring. He's like, Shurka's gonna get the ring, and then he like teleported Simon away to save the ring, but Simon doesn't know how his own hands work, so he dropped it in the castle, and it's like, we have to go back for it, but he had to like do this whole circuitous route because he was chased by Shurka's men, and they had to find the way back to the castle. Yada yada.
I did say that. I said he went on a whole circle to get back to the castle.
Yep. Do you remember his friend and companion?
The old guy?
No. I mean, there's him. The monster that traveled with them?
Oh.
Yeah.
Sort of. Was he like a Yeti guy?
Yeah.
Was he? I was wondering if I was confusing that with our other Yetis we've had.
Nope, he was a faceless Yeti monster.
That's right.
Golfax, everyone's favorite.
Oh, that actually rings a bell.
Thank you, Danielle. Always just after I tell you.
Well, it's not my fault that my memory is not as strong as yours for these things, Sam. What do you want from me?
And to be fair, I knew we were doing this, so I may have brushed up. But all right. So they had the fighter companion, Kor the Conqueror. I know you were going to get that name. I was going to give it to you.
Oh, yeah. He's like the swashbuckling guy, right?
Yeah, the fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you remember the insect woman, Acretia?
The name is familiar. I do not remember an insect woman.
Remember how we got immediately seduced by a lady and then like put into a daybed and then had a vision about a really buff manticore fighting a floating woman's head?
Oh, yeah. Because this was like multiple things put together.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Great. I'm just telling you things that happened. You're like, yeah, I believe that happened. And this is just me saying the same thing again.
Yeah, I agree that happened. I recall now that happened.
Okay. Do you recall anything new now? Has your memory been jogged in any way?
In that when you told it to me, I recalled it. Sure.
Anything new, Danielle, please?
Absolutely not. Except there was a cave.
Yeah? What do you remember of the cave?
That there was one.
You need to go listen to that episode, Danielle.
If you'd warned me, maybe I would have.
No, but I'm saying for your own dignity, you should go listen to that episode.
I just don't care. You don't know how much I don't care.
Wow, Danielle. It's like, why do we even do this?
I care about this episode. I don't care about that episode.
Danielle, it's a great episode. You should care about it.
Yeah, maybe I'll do a back-to-back, like a twofer.
A double feature?
Yeah.
All right. Do you remember at least how it ended?
He gets back to the castle.
Yep.
He probably puts on the ring.
Yep.
And he probably defeats the bad guy.
Great. You've had to do it, Danielle.
I don't remember his. And maybe his mom? No, the wife of the Princess Aura. Does he marry Princess Aura?
Oh, the queen gets killed immediately by Shurka.
Shurka. Yeah, there it is. It's good that it carried over. I still don't remember his name.
Yeah. Do you remember what else Shurka was doing around the castle besides the mother?
I was going to say bonking the mother. No. He was looking for the ring.
Yeah.
And he was like, kept sending off, killing the people who came in who said they couldn't find it.
Yeah. And he goes creeping on Princess Aura.
Oh, I don't remember that part, but that is creepy. Because, it's like a very Jafar situation. I do kind of remember that.
Yeah, exactly what you said.
I know. That's why I remembered it.
Well, that was almost a recap, Danielle.
I feel like I mostly got there. I said he left, he went in a full circle, he came back, and he killed the bad guy. That is the plot of the story.
I think you've described almost nothing of substance. Which was so sad. We had so much fun in the episode.
It was a great episode, I'm sure. What happens in this next one? What happens in the sequel, Sam? Is it a prequel? Is it a sequel?
So, Danielle,
is it unrelated
thank you so much for your attempt to recall that. Now you can just forget all that because this has nothing to do with any of that. This movie's completely different.
Excellent.
Completely unrelated in every way. Who cares?
Love that for me.
Yeah, so good job. Doesn't matter.
See? Told you it didn't matter.
It does matter to me, Danielle, because that's what we did together. You don't remember what we do together. It's like, why am I even here?
Why are any of us here, Sam? That is the question.
Apparently not to do a podcast that people remember.
It's just me. It's not, I don't recall media.
Yeah, you don't recall the conversation we had around things like the Wizard Lizard Party.
Listeners, I have a great memory for several things. None of it is media.
Was our new political party, the Wizards Not Lizards Party, not part of that? Is that media?
Yeah, I remember the Wizards Not Lizards. I just didn't recall that it came from this.
Okay, great. Okay, now, you know what? That clears up a lot, Danielle. Thank you.
Wizards Not Lizards.
Oh, boy. Well, get ready for Wizards of the Lost Kingdom 2, another Roger Corman-produced movie that is insane.
Love that. Let's do it.
We open on a silent shot of the moon hanging in a dark sky with the words David Carradine in over the screen.
What I always wanted in life, a David Carradine movie.
There you go, Danielle. Well, I'm happy I could deliver this to you.
That's what I was thinking the other day. You know what Book Returns is missing? A David Carradine movie.
I mean, we've done Nicolas Cage. We got to do David Carradine.
Yeah. Jackie Chan. We're getting through them.
Yeah, we get through all the big hitters. Sandra Bullock. I mean, what else?
Yeah.
So we linger on the shot of the moon, then the moon explodes, and the bombastic music comes in as we go to a shot of a castle with the title screen on it.
Sure. Are they dead now because the moon exploded?
Apparently, yeah. Again, what is our media and always having to do with the moon exploding or flying away or something? There's some glowing magic on swords, and an evil dude laughs into the camera. Explosions, battle, and then a second evil guy laughs. Then a shot of Shurka from the last battle in the first movie. Then a third evil guy laughs. More explosions, as a voiceover intones over random shots of battles. The age of heroes came to an end. And I would argue, based on the last movie, it never really started, but that's me.
There were no heroes in the last movie.
I know, right? It was, we didn't like any of them very much, to be frank. So, I was saying the age of heroes came to an end, and in their place, evil wizards rose up to oppress the three kingdoms.
This feels like Aliens 3, where it's like, just kidding. The cat's dead. We're gonna go ahead. And none of the heroes won.
Also, like, Wizards of the Lost Kingdom, this is Kingdom. So I'm gonna, furthermore, to go into my confusion, everyone says every fantasy name differently in the movie, like throughout the movie. Like, everyone says it differently. It's very confusing. They all pronounce them differently. It's like real life
where you don't know how, like, to pronounce something and everybody just pronounces it wrong.
Yeah, exactly. They just gave them the script. They said, read it, and we'll figure out how to say things later. Everyone just made their own choice, basically.
Do they pronounce it wrong while they're talking to each other?
Yeah.
That's even better.
I can't say wrong, because I don't know what the right pronunciation is. It's a fantasy word. Who cares?
Well, but somebody's right.
Yeah, well, maybe.
Do they all have, like, the same, whatever the accent is? There
are no accents in the movie. They're all American accents, basically.
Oh, that's crazy.
Again, wild. I was very confused. I'm like, wait, is that the same person that they're talking about at the same place? It took me a minute. Hey, the voiceover continues. As ever, it was the people who suffered. Some tried to fight back, but the magic and the soldiers proved too much, and the rule of tyranny grew in the lands of Balgar, Vanir, and Idok. And at last, there remained only one hope to rid the kingdom of this terrible darkness. Caedmon of Nog!
Who? What?
Exactly. I don't know who Caedmon of Nog is. The movie announces him.
Caedmon?
Caedmon of Nog.
Is Caedmon the whole name, or is it like Cade, last name Mon?
No, one word, Caedmon.
Okay. Being clear.
Sometimes Caedmon, if you're fancy, depending who you are.
If you're not fancy.
Sometimes Caedmon, sometimes Caedmon. Take your pick. Who is he?
I will.
We're about to find out. Because at this proclamation, a portly old man comes out of a cave and shouts at the sky, speaking, hello? Like, must be hearing things again. Little breakfast. And so he approaches the fire pit and chants some magic words and gestures at the cooking pot. Nothing happened and he laments, my powers are gone.
Are we? I like the voices. This is like a whole effect. So he could hear the narrator is what you're saying.
Apparently so, but the narrator never comes back again. So I'm not sure what that's about.
Did we have that had a narrator for like half a second in the beginning and then never came back again?
The Wizard of the Lost Kingdom, Danielle. Thank you.
Maybe it was that one.
There was a whole thing where like the first 10 minutes was all like a trailer for another movie. They talked about all about like how King Tyler rose up and defeated the people and the Sword of Power and the Ring of Magic. The Sword of Power was never mentioned again. Yeah.
Right. We never talked about the sword again.
Yeah. Well, get ready to know there's a sword in this movie. So, as he laments his powers are gone, but then the cooking pot starts bubbling and a voice says, fear not, Caedmon. It's Vanir, your master. And I'm just going to pronounce the names however they pronounce them when they're talking, or whatever I think they were saying, because who cares? Are you with me?
Yeah, I was thinking... I lost my train of thought. It's fine.
What's it to think about?
It was something related to the first movie and the second, but I don't remember anymore, so carry on.
Okay, there was a voice there.
Oh, I know.
Okay,
How
great,
did
thank you.
get... Sorry. If you start talking, I always remember my thing. How did they... who thought that they needed a second movie? Like, okay. Why does it exist
I'm glad you asked that question, because I did read the Wikipedia page, because I was like, I gotta know if there's more hot gossip about these movies. And apparently the writer of the first movie, Roger Corman, is like, hey, remember that really weird movie we made, Wizards of the Lost Kingdom? And Roger Corman was like, oh yeah, that did pretty well in VHS sales, so we made another one.
Just... because where did you get the funding for it?
What funding, Danielle? This movie's cheap.
Okay, got it. Crowdfunded.
Not even. Like, again, hey, look.
I just meant the crowd that was like the 4 people that were there.
And, no shade. Wizards of the Lost Kingdom made money, apparently enough money to justify them making a sequel. So good for Roger Corman. Knows what he's doing.
Wish we did more of that these days.
Just like funded weird stuff because why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, get
Instead
on
of
it.
canceling things like one season in,
Yeah, well, corporate mergers do things like that.
Anyway, so who's Caedmon? Is he like
Caedmon of Nog?
Old guy?
He's an old portly man who's apparently the last hope to rid the kingdom of this terrible darkness.
Oh, we're not following a kid this time. They decided to up the age. Does he have like somebody that he takes on as an apprentice or something? Okay, whatever. Go on. We'll be here all night.
Exactly. This is what you did last time. You're like guessing every random fantasy trope.
Fantasy trope ever. Yeah.
Okay.
To be fair, it is all fantasy tropes.
Yeah. Again, it's all fantasy tropes all the way down, but we just don't have time for you to guess everyone in existence to find the right ones.
I'd get there eventually.
You would, 100%. You're almost there now. So anyway, again, fear not, Caedmon. It's Vanir, your master. And Caedmon protests that he's not worthy. And while Vanir agrees, he says Caedmon is the last of the good wizards, so it's up to him to destroy the evil wizards.
Is Vanir the narrator?
No, different guy.
Oh, somebody else. This is like an actual person that's there.
This is Vanir, the master wizard. We'll get to Vanir later in more detail.
Okay, I was making sure he was like phically there. That's
no, he's not physically there, but he is in the movie. And he's talking to him out of a cooking pot. He's making a phone call through a cooking pot. And the favorite part is...
That made sense. You didn't have to clarify what he was talking out of a cooking pot. That made perfect sense to me. I was like, yes.
Yeah, of course. Anyway.
Yeah.
My favorite part is when he's like talking, like saying, "Well, it's you who must have," like he puts his arm, like points his arm out, and then they do a shot of like the cooking pot from the ground, and an arm just sticks out of the pot, pointing like he's physically breaking through the. It's very good. It's the only time that ever happens in the movie. I'm like, I want more of that. That's so great. I love it. Oh, so good. So anyway, Caedmon insists that he's only a shepherd of the lowest order of wizards, but Vanir says, 3 great powers of creation have now been divided by, and he says, Loki of Balgar, Donner of Vanir, and the most powerful evil lord, Zars of Enoch. And by the way, it's Loki, he just says Loki for some reason, and I love it. Everyone else says Loki, and it's great.
And that further cements that they just got a script and they have no idea what they're doing.
Absolutely, that's what happened.
How embarrassed you are later. You like watch that years later and you're like, oh, that was Loki.
But also, like, how would I know? It was Loki or Loki. Like, they didn't give me a pronunciation guy with the script.
Yeah, absolutely. But he's the only one that's correct. It's like...
Exactly. I don't know who's right or who should be embarrassed, Danielle. He goes on to say, you must seek out the one whose purity of heart can unite the three powers.
Why would they go though? Yeah, I have a further question.
Yeah, sure.
Why would they go the whole movie not correcting pronunciation? Just let everybody do their thing.
Maybe the director didn't know because they didn't write it.
Yeah, but like, just pick a standardized version to say. Why would you let all your characters say something different?
Maybe they're just like, we take one take and that's it. We don't have enough film for more. We don't have enough money for film to do a reshoot. Like,
but if it carries on.
Back in the day, film cost money. You couldn't just like, it's not like the free recorded in digital media now.
No, I know that, but like, you film a scene and then you're like, oh, that person's saying it differently than all the other people.
I'm sorry,
the remainder of the scenes.
I think this is the only time anyone says Loki. I think the rest of the movie, even Vanir says Loki if he says it again. I don't know if he even says the name again in the movie. So,
but you said people do it differently all over.
Well, there's like other words.
Not just
they'll
that
say
name,
like
but other names.
Edok or Edok. They'll say or Balgar or Balgar or Bulgar. Like, it's just random, man.
Have we decided whether or not maybe they're just from like different parts of this country, so they just pronounce it slightly differently?
Maybe, but I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on this, but the same character says it differently throughout the movie too sometimes, depending on the scene.
All right, carry on. Maybe the director just gave up.
I think most likely, or just didn't care. So Caedmon whines, he's never taught anyone, but Vanir insists he travel to the fields of Edok and find the boy, the one all others will follow. Vanir then shows...
told you.
Yeah, duh. Vanir then shows an image of the child who has like the medieval squire haircut with like the big bangs and the long hair that goes like over his ears in the back, and it's very good. And he says that he will have Vanir's mark in the hollow of his right arm. Vanir then commands, drink your coffee and go. And Caedmon's like, yeah, sure. Wait, what's coffee? Womp womp.
Vanir has his own mark?
Yes, he's marked a child with it in his armpit.
This is very fancy, not sexy. I don't know, maybe fancy
no,
wizard.
not fancy in the way you mean, fancy in the way that literally everyone else means, Danielle.
I was clarifying just in case you turned out to not be sexy.
No, definitely not. All right, so we cut to Caedmon walking away as the voiceover comes back and says, and so Caedmon of Nog went forth across the wilderness of sin, which, what? Wilderness of sin? Tell me more about that.
Is it like a desert challenge where they like constantly are? No.
It's just a field, like a normal wooded area. It doesn't matter, it's not a desert.
Okay, whatever, this wooded field where they are constantly put upon by like things, like temptation. Yeah, like Jesus in the desert. No, not at all like that, Danielle. It is him just walking through a field that they mention then never go back to, and I'm very upset about this. Tell me more about the field of sin. That is very unfortunate. Anyway, he went forth across the wilderness of sin to find, to train, and to inspire the unknown, untried boy hero called, guess his name, Danielle. Todd. So close, Danielle, so close. Tyler. I thought it was Tyler, but apparently I was wrong because it is Tyor. Tyor. Why do they think it's so similar to another name? Another name? I'm like, oh my gosh, is this going to be the Tyler prequel of how King Tyler came to be? I was really, really excited. And then I'm like, oh wait, they're saying Tyre. I am very disappointed. Maybe he changed his name because everybody kept saying it wrong. Yes. I thought it was Tyler for half the movie. I'm like, and then I heard Caedmon tell me, why is Caedmon saying the name wrong? I'm like, oh wait, it's Tyre. I looked it up in the credits and it's Tyre. It's a dumb name. It wouldn't be a dumb name. It's a little bit dumb anyway, but it's like, it wouldn't be a dumb name if the king in the previous movie hadn't been named Tyler. Yeah, Tyler didn't exist as a character in this franchise. This is the like Caleb, Camden, Carter, whatever of wolves all over again. Pretty sure I said that. I think you said, did you say Caleb? I think I said like 3 names. Yeah, okay. I don't know. I instantly forgot them all again. Again, we've done this so often. I forgot which was the real ones, which are the ones you've made up. I can't remember anymore. I should really listen. What? Why didn't you quiz me on wolves? Why weren't we doing wolves too? I probably could have told you kind of the plot of wolves. Yeah, Danielle, tell me the plot of wolves. No, because we're doing all called your bluff there. Definitely called your bluff. I will give you $20, and if you can tell me how Wolves starts. how it starts?
Like, what is the inciting incident of the movie?
Murder. He wakes up and he's like covered in blood or something. He can't remember what happened.
Well, I was say he murdered a fellow football player on the field first, but...
Right, and then his parents.
Okay. Well, you know what, Danielle? Maybe you would do that one better, but unfortunately, there is no Wolves 2. I've looked.
Do I get $20?
No, because you didn't do it very well. You didn't cut the football player, or the dream, or any of the other stuff.
You should specify. I said murder.
Hey, it's my game. I gotta make up the rules.
Whatever.
House always wins, Danielle.
The listeners are 1,000% on my... So you know what? Write it, everybody. Sam owes me $20. I got the plot of Wolves.
I think if I owe you $20, you owe me at least $20 for the recollection you had of Wizard of the Lost Kingdom today that I helped you through.
I didn't bet anything on that. I would have told you off the bat. I did not remember that.
Do you remember what his name was of the main character?
No.
Yeah, okay. Well, he's one of the C's.
Carter.
No, that's the wrong one. I know that for a fact.
Clint.
Caleb.
He's
Caden.
Caden. Whatever. Who cares?
All right. Whatever, Danielle. Let's move on to this movie, not Wolves, the movie you wish we were talking about.
Wolves 2.
Wolves 2.
Boogaloo.
Wolf Boogaloo. This is Wizard of the Lost Kingdom 2, Wizard Boogaloo. Which, if there was a dance-off wizard
so
movie...
universal.
Yeah, I'd love that.
Watch it. I'd watch that.
All right.
So he goes on his mini-hero's journey to find the hero.
Tyre, and as each day passed, the reign of terror grew worse.
Okay.
So we cut to a city engulfed in a brawl, and then to a peaceful farm where Tyre and his presumably mother are working. Caedmon approaches, the mother is like, Tyre, you go into the hut. But Tyre is like, an old man? I've never seen an old man before. And he's like 15 or 16. And I'm like, what are you talking about, kid?
Maybe they don't make it to old age in this farming community.
That's probably true. Caedmon starts asking questions like, which way is north? To try to get a glimpse of Taylor's armpits as he like points. And he can't do it. It's like slapstick. And so he finally asks, hey, where is heaven? And Tyler like gestures wildly, all around us, everywhere. And he finally leans in, Glow is able to see up his armpit, which apparently has the mark of Vanir, which is good enough for Caedmon.
Does he often mark up people? Is like anybody in his line of people who are going to be gifted with whatever magical skills are all marked by the mark of Vanir?
Nope.
Or did he just mark this one kid?
Just this one child, because Caedmon, his other apprentice, has no such mark.
Oh, okay.
Maybe he does.
Why?
I wasn't looking at his armpits.
He probably just had a, birthmark or something, and the guy's like, Mark of Vanir.
That's it.
Like, You'll know him. Called it.
He had a port wine stain birthmark on his armpit. Like, yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah, just making it fancy, so to speak.
Yeah. So Caedmon says he's come for him, Tyre of Enoch. Tyre insists petulantly that they have no money for cutthroats. They're charity cases themselves, but his mom recognizes him as Caedmon of Nog, Wizard Emeritus. So I guess his reputation precedes him, even though she's like, Tyre, go inside and hide from this weird old man just a minute ago.
And he's like, oh, wait, I know who this old weird man is.
And it's good enough to trust him with my son.
They always do in fantasy novels. They're like, yes, go off with this stranger and learn the skills.
To be fair, children were a lot more of a burden in those days.
Oh, yeah. People, gave out their children. That was a thing.
Exactly. So, tough time, make tough people.
It's a whole plot of Mansfield Park.
Okay, good. Another movie we're not talking about today.
Or book, Jane Austen.
Sure.
Also a movie.
Every one of her books is a movie now, Danielle.
That's accurate.
Yeah.
I was thinking about Sanditon, but yeah, it is too.
It's like Shakespeare. They've done it. That's good enough for Tyre, who leaves with Caedmon. As they walk, Caedmon quizzes Tyre on the difference between wizards and a sorcerer. Like, Tyre, what's the difference between a wizard and a sorcerer? And Tyre says, guess what his answer is?
Wizard starts with a W.
That's exactly. No, he says wizards are smarter and better looking. And that's like, yeah, sure, let's go with that. And that's the only difference we learned about. As they make camp, Caedmon exposits that the powers of creation were controlled by foolish kings who did not know that when together the amulet, the sword, and the chalice could bring complete peace. The evil lords took one power each, and the lands that went with them. While he intones this, Oh, my favorite stuff all happens like in the background of this movie because Tyor is like pacing around behind him, flapping his arms lethargically. He's like keeps interrupting us, like, I can't do it. It's not working. But Caedmon's like keeps him to keep going, and then finally Tyor gives up, lamenting he can't turn a plowshare into a sword. And while he was able to turn a sow's ear into a silk purse, he just says that's the lowest trick in magic, so that doesn't count, I guess.
I mean, that would keep you fed, so...
Apparently, it's very different than plowshares and swords, I guess. Ugh.
I wonder why. Is it something to do with the size, the metal?
I will tell you, Daniel, I have no better understanding of the magic in this universe than from the first movie.
Is this set in the same world?
I can only assume so. I have to assume so. It has the same title. I'm going with it.
Again... How does the magic work outside of the castle this time?
The different wizards, they don't need... it worked outside the castle in the previous movie too, and I think we concluded that the magic work inside the castle was a lie they were telling to keep people from trying to do magic outside the castle.
Okay, sure.
So then Tyor suggests they make something useful, like a roast chicken instead. And Caedmon says fine and gives Tyor a stone, and Tyor places that on a rock, and then Caedmon intones some magic words, and poof, a roast chicken appears. But when Tyor goes to eat it, it tastes like a rock. So, only a partial success.
Bummer. So Tyor, had no idea that he was magic prior to this?
I guess so. We don't know anything more about Tyor than he was farming and now he's with Caedmon. That's him. That's Tyor's whole entire backstory.
No backstory on him at all.
None. Why is he the chosen one? Because he's pure of heart or innocent or of heart or whatever that means. Why does that mean? I guess it means he's done nothing in his entire life and is boring.
I mean, they always are the reason they're chosen is just because they're chosen. That's just... You give it a pass.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sometimes you get a little backstory as to why, but normally no.
Nope. He's just the magic chosen one. Anyway, later they're wandering and they come across a tavern where Caedmon says they're seeking the great warrior of legend known as, guess his name, Danielle? Think
Carl.
of a nickname a 13-year-old emo would give themselves.
Bunny.
Bunny? You think an emo would call themselves Bunny?
No. Maybe.
Maybe. I mean, it's pretty good. But try again. Or Goth. Think Goth, maybe.
I'm out.
He is known as the Dark One.
Oh, I was looking for a real name in my head.
Nope. I told you a nickname that a Goth or an emo.
I know, but I was thinking nickname of a shortened version of a full name, which is why, besides Buddy, I guess, which actually is a name. So.
His official name is the Dark One, and it's very funny.
Yeah, sorry, should have gone there. This is the warrior? The
warrior of legend known as the Dark One.
Why is he known as the Dark One? Does he have dark skills?
Nope, he's just David Carradine.
Oh, it's David Carradine. Sorry, did he get to pick his own name?
He must have.
That would explain that.
I don't think I would be playing the Great Warrior Core 2 Corina, but I'll be the Dark One. Yeah, let's go with that.
Core 2 Corina.
I was thinking of what if Core actually went back and married the Cyclops from the first movie, which you don't remember, but it's there.
I do. He was wrapped up in the marriage. He didn't want to be part of it, but there was the other guy, her brother or whatever, who was all pushing
now
him.
You remember everything. Wow.
Yeah. I just remember that. I don't know why.
Your brain is a mystery.
Memory is a mystery.
You know what? I think I will give you that $20 for remembering that.
Not for the thing I actually won, but
for because you proved to me that you actually can remember things that I respect.
You know me 25 years. You know what I can and can't remember.
Yeah, but I like to work on positive reinforcement.
It's not going to help. But I will take $20. Thanks.
Sure, anytime. So they go into the tavern, and inside it's rough and tumble as two men come to blows over a chess match.
I mean, chess is a serious business.
It's a game of warriors and kings.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. Often played in bars, in rough saloons.
I mean, sure, why not?
Yeah, why not?
Maybe it's a little bit fancy.
Yeah, well, that's not. Believe me, we'll get to it. Caedmon goes to the bar and asks the bartender, how good's the Dramel in here? Which apparently is their word for alcohol because they need to make up a fantasy alcohol word.
Yeah, why not?
And the bartender is wildly offended by the question, grabs him by the shirt, saying, it's the best in all of Edok. Have you heard differently? And the guy's like, no, sorry, I didn't mean to. Like, that's a perfectly normal question, dude. You gotta chill.
Could have said it without the dramatics, I suppose.
So Caedmon asks the bartender, hey, are you the Dark One? Everyone stops talking, but the bartender insists that I'm not the Dark One, despite having a giant sword strapped to his back. Which kind of gives the game away.
Only a little bit. I mean, swords are pretty normal in fantasy lands.
Okay. Caedmon explains he needs the Dark One for a big fight. But just then, a fight breaks out in the bar between two patrons, and the quote-unquote bartender takes a throwing knife from under his cloak and throws it at one of the patrons, killing them.
So he's a warrior of legend, and he's a bartender?
Yes, Danielle, he's a bartender for now.
Okay, sure. Was, warrioring not going well? He needed a side hustle? Job?
Danielle, wait for a minute.
I'm sorry, there's backstory to this character.
There is limited backstory to him. Caedmon is all, I knew you were the Dark One from the beginning. The Dark One just says, yeah, so I lied. And they all go to sit at a table, and Caedmon tells the Dark One they need his help on a quest. The Dark One guesses it's to reunite the powers of creation, right? And he's like, maybe you guys start with a smaller, easier quest as your baby quest first.
Baby quest. Starter quest.
Yes. Anyway, business is too good here, so I'm not interested in questing right now. I'm making too much money to do mercenary work, basically. And Tyor tries yelling at him like, there are more important things than business, and shockingly, that doesn't work, because a teenager petulantly yelling at you about your morals is not really that impactful.
Was he not, he must not have been doing very well as the greatest warrior ever.
It's just I want to take a break of killing. And I killed 3 armies, and I want to break and make some actual money.
But does he say that? He says he just makes better money doing the bartending.
Yep.
It's a very millennial complaint.
Well, I guess he is the 1989 equivalent of a millennial in the medieval fantasy world.
I make more money as bartender.
Honestly. So, as they're talking, suddenly it's time for the dance show as a woman comes out to do a sexy belly dance.
Please, a fancy belly dance.
It's both, Danielle. And Tyor is very into it.
What 15-year-old boy would not be, I suppose.
Caedmon tells Tyor it's time to go, but he's all, she's beautiful. She's delicate and strong. And he's going off. And he's dancing is one of the arts. And aren't the arts part of my education? But Caedmon's like, no, we're leaving. And Tyor ignores him.
That's a solid argument.
Yeah. Tyor ignores him and goes to leer at the woman, who apparently is the Dark One's wife. So that's smart. Until Caedmon physically drags him out. So goodbye, David Carradine. We hardly knew ye.
Does he come back? He gets top billing and he's in there for 5 minutes.
We'll get to it.
Questions. All right.
That night, Tyor tries once again to do magic around the campfire. He managed to make a giant fireball leap from the campfire, so he's making progress. Caedmon says it's time to move on and enlist the help of Ermon, the Sword of Balgar. So we cut to a matte painting of a castle they walk towards. Inside, they find a market. Tyor is stoked. He wants to go shopping for new shoes, but then he asks for some money to buy his mother a present. So he's a good boy.
Aw. Is he ever going to see his mother again?
Nope.
I had a feeling.
Yup. They go to a stall, which is literally just like a small window in a wall with a pitcher and a goblet on the sill. Good selection. Caedmon asks the merchant very purposefully if he has any brass lamps. And the merchant hurries them into the store and says, Vanir sent you? So apparently Vanir not only has a mark, he has a code phrase too.
Brass lamps.
What a code phrase. So they confirm they're looking for Ermon, the prince. The merchant says that Loki has chained their hero in a dungeon guarded by demons. And Loki has 3 of the town's daughters held hostage so they can't rise up against him. I'm thinking, you could. You could probably rise up and rescue the 3 daughters and Ermon if they're in the same dungeon. But, I'm not a peasant, so what do I know?
They always keep the peasants down, Sam. That's how they win.
Yeah, but literally the only thing keeping the peasants down are those 3 women cells, as we will learn shortly.
They were on a budget. Leave them alone.
No. So the merchant asks what he can do against Loki and the Amulet of Light. And Caedmon says, I can do nothing. But this chosen one here, and they points to Tyor, who is currently like, ooh, look at this cool brass vase or whatever. He's like, not very impressive. The merchant's like, okay, fine, I'll get you into the castle, but good luck.
So they think that this kid who has 0 training is supposed to save them?
Yes.
Okay, sure.
Are you not convinced by the mark of Vanir?
I'm super not. The birthmark that he's claiming as his own? No,
you don't know that. Maybe he influenced the birth and it's like a predestined thing.
Wait, if Vanir is so powerful, how come he can't save them?
Good question. It's the same question I have in all like fantasy movies or books where there's like a god, like say Wheel of Time, where there's the dark one and the light, and there's like, oh, why doesn't they just like step in and solve all the problems? And you're like, you're done. Oh no, they can't do that because it'd be too easy, or they have to be like work through their vessels or something. I don't know.
It'd be too easy.
Vanir is an interesting character. We'll have more to say about him at the end of the movie, Danielle. Believe me.
Okay.
So that night they climb in through the windows, and the whole time there are these girls' voices saying, "Did you hear that? A noise in the loft. Someone's here. Ermon, we knew you'd come for us." And so on. And Tyor is so excited, way too excited. He yells, "Master, I hear girls!" And like, you're sneaking into a castle. Keep it down.
This is why he should not be doing this. This is like day 2 of his training. This is nuts.
It's insane.
They didn't even have like a week-long montage where they're like, he's learning how to mess with his skills and like practice and do things.
I have thoughts about his training later, Danielle, and they are not positive.
It feels like they needed to have a montage between then and now.
A montage would do wonders for this movie, Danielle, but they don't have the budget for that. They can't afford the music. Tyor immediately goes to the cage where the girls are and is all, "Hi, I'm Tyor. What are your names?" They start introducing himself like, "Not the time, dude. What are you doing?" Caedmon, meanwhile, trips and falls over and is then almost attacked by a werewolf chained up nearby. So that's a thing that exists in this movie.
That we will never see again.
Tyor ignores the wolf until Caedmon yells at him, "Hey, use your powers to save me." And Tyor's like, "Oh, sorry, ladies." And he turns a rock into a chicken, which distracts the werewolf long enough for Caedmon to escape.
Good, he's utilizing his one skill that he got.
Apparently he watched Caedmon do it. Like, I can do that now, too. They leave the girls and walk to the next room and conveniently find Ermon chained up, guarded by a hog demon, i.e. a person in a rubber pig mask.
Okay, sure, why not?
Caedmon casts the spell to break Ermon's chains, but he accidentally breaks the hog demon's chains by mistake, setting it free. Oh no!
Who cast the spell?
Caedmon, our person supposed to be training the chosen one.
That's what I thought you said.
Yep. He is the comic relief of the movie, apparently.
But he's supposed to be this wise trainer.
No, he's supposed to be the last resort. Although the narrator did say he was the only thing that could rid the kingdom of darkness, so I was a little confused.
Are there no other wizards in this entire world?
No, the only evil wizard left. The evil wizards killed all the good wizards except for Caedmon because he was, I guess, too pathetic and they overlooked him. And Vanir's, no. We'll talk about Vanir later.
Okay. So many questions.
Yeah, don't worry, we'll get to Vanir. So the hog demon goes for Ermon, who is quickly subdued and being choked to death by the hog demon, and Caedmon tells Tyor to command the beast. So he casts a quick spell and tells the hog demon to leave that man alone. Go attack the monster in the other room. And so the big demon listens to him and rushes in and jump attacks the werewolf, and they go at it, rolling around until they kill each other.
Okay, sure.
So I guess
Is the werewolf just a guy in a wolf mask?
Yeah, 100%.
Excellent.
Spirit Halloween rubber wolf mask. Love it. Tyor magics away Ermon's chains, and they run back to free the girls. So I guess Tyor is the new head magician in the world.
Yeah, apparently. I mean, the skills level seems pretty low for both of them, so yeah. I don't think he had to do much more to get higher than him.
He pretty much was just gifted that. So Ermon breaks the girls out of the cell, saying, "You don't know what torture is, lad, to be locked up and have 3 beautiful women so close, yet so far away." And he sloppily kisses each of them.
Ew.
Yeah, it's not great. I don't like him. He then tells them that unfortunately he has work to do, so go home and tell their fathers the uprising can begin. Again, all they were waiting for was these 3 girls to be released to start the uprising of this entire village and kingdom against the evil dark wizard.
That's kind of wild that they didn't think, even...
Yeah.
I mean, ideally these 3 women wouldn't die, but you could argue that they could be casualties of this uprising.
Yeah, if the evil wizard is murdering and oppressing your people, I'm not saying I would sacrifice 3 women by choice, but, you gotta go all Spock on this one. Needs of the many, right?
Were they afraid that they were going to, use them as, to kill them or something if they uprised? They were going to, kill these 3 women in retribution? Why were the 3 women even involved?
They were hostages.
What if you uprose
English?
quickly, and then they couldn't get to that. You don't know that an uprising's coming.
The werewolf demon and the hog demon were in there. They would have killed them immediately, presumably. They were chained up and couldn't reach them. I don't know.
Well, yeah, but if you killed them immediately, then they're no longer hostages.
That is how hostages work, Danielle. It's a threat.
And then you could torture them. But then you'd have to announce to the people uprising and be like, everybody, we've got hostages. These 3 women that you already knew were here, and you knew that potentially they'd have to be sacrifices. This is dumb.
And also, who are these 3 women? Are they important women? Just 3 random girls. Apparently they're Ermon squeezes, but that doesn't mean they are vital to without these women, our whole society collapses or something. Maybe they're the last.
Maybe they're very important.
Maybe they're the last
3 women in the entire world.
Yeah, and they need Ermon to help rebuild the population.
Perfect. Love it. I'm glad we solved that problem.
Either way, again, I don't understand the hostage situation either, Danielle. I think it's like Shurka when he took all those children hostage in the first movie.
Oh, yeah, all the children.
For a prosperous reign that did not come about.
That was so funny.
Yeah.
It makes more sense as a reign.
No, it doesn't. It makes no sense as either one, is the point.
Weren't they in a famine?
Danielle. That's why it's a great episode and you shouldn't forget it.
I don't need to watch it or need to listen to it. You already told me what it's about.
Okay, great. You got me. Anyway, they leave and Tyor backs away, blowing kisses to the girls, and he sucks. I'm sorry.
He's 15. He can't help himself. It's probably the first time he's ever seen girls, too. He'd never seen an old man before.
That's true. Maybe he was so sheltered. That's why he has the innocent heart, and he's doesn't know how to behave. He's not socialized.
Yeah, he's literally only lived with his mom. He's homeschooled with a 1 person. And that's
rough. That's real rough.
Well, that's what it seems like.
So they stick to the castle. Ermon says he'll help lead the villagers against Loki's guards, while the 2 wizards should go distract Loki so he can't use his magic against the villagers. Makes sense.
Sure.
Now we get some stock footage, or rather probably some footage from another movie that this guy made of battles. Then we cut to Caedmon and Tyor walk into a room with Loki just sort of chilling there. No guards. Loki monologues, "You freed Ermon, but it's no use while I control the amulet of light. I call upon the force of the amulet to hold you." And suddenly Caedmon and Tyor, I keep wanting to say Taylor, but it's not, or Tyler. It's Tyor, like tire, but with an O.
Tyor. It's probably tire, but they have an accent.
Yeah, that's it.
Just saying it wrong. They don't know how to say it.
Yeah, okay, well, they spelled it wrong too then. So Caedmon and Tyor are rooted in place, and Caedmon says, "The amulet has the powers to transform our very atoms. You must break free before we are turned into animals or demons." And Loki just laughs evilly.
Sure. That's a pretty powerful amulet.
Yeah.
Why it's called the Amulet of Light?
Don't know.
Why light?
Never learn. Never figure that out. Not something that's answered in this movie.
This is the Forest of Sin or whatever.
What was it? I can't remember. It was the Wasteland of Sin or whatever.
The not Desert of Sin.
Yeah. Anyway, they just called it a strange fantasy name. What amulet of fantasy name? Generic fantasy name.
I use a generator.
If the internet existed back then, Roger Corman would use to generate fantasy names.
Put it into a hat, pulled out words.
There you go. So suddenly the voice of Vanir calls out, "Now hear this, hear me, Tyor. Without you, all is lost. The test of the mind demands all your concentration to command the elements. Call upon fire to break the amulet's power." Got that? Good.
Sure. Do Vanir and Camden, whatever his name is, Caedmon, do they know each other previously to this? He's trained with him
was
right?
a pupil of Vanir's.
Why did he take him on when he's so incapable?
Maybe you didn't know that until you take him on, Danielle. You don't know what someone can do until they let them try.
But if he can mark people that he knows are good ahead of time, this seems very confusing.
Well, maybe he knew
magical lore.
No, okay, I got the answer, Danielle. He knew he would need somebody so incompetent that they wouldn't be killed by the good wizard purge, but not so incompetent he couldn't use him to train the chosen one.
Sure. Why not? That seems just as likely as anything else. I need a mediocre wizard for 10 years from now.
Exactly. He's like, I need one that's just mediocre enough to fly under the radar.
Wild. All right.
That's the only explanation I can possibly give. So Tyor reaches out his hand and says some nonsense words, and then the amulet bursts into flames, causing Loki to drop it. Tyor picks it up and tells Loki, "You will no longer breathe the air of a free man. By the amulet's power, I'll turn you into stone." Loki, meanwhile, is laughing his butt off, but the spell works and he's turned to a statue, so womp womp.
Loki's a statue now?
Yep, he's dead. Goodbye, Loki, defeated by Tyor and the amulet. Well, of Loki.
So, did the good ones win? Or are there more wizards?
There are 3 wizards,
Evil
if you remember.
Sorcerers?
There are 3 wizards, 3 powers of creation. Amulet, the sword, and the chalice. We're getting there.
I was confused about this plot from the beginning.
It's a very simple plot that makes no sense, Danielle. It follows all the tropes.
Just like the first one, and look how much I didn't remember it.
At least that was more than like 10 minutes. So meanwhile, Urmon and the villagers defeat Loki's men, and he leads his troops into the castle to find Tyor and Caedmon with the statue formerly known as Loki. He admires Tyor, saying, "He does have the gift. And what do you command of us?" And Tyor leans in and asks, "Hey, who's taking care of those girls?" And Caedmon tells him to forget it. But this has to be the horniest chosen one ever. Chosen wizard ever. I don't like it.
There should be a plot line more often.
You think so? Extra horny wizard chosen one?
It'd be kind of funny.
Let that happen, I guess.
I'm sure there's a book out there where the main chosen guy or gal or person is
extra horny all the time? Yeah, I'm sure.
That's probably a thing.
I guarantee it, Danielle. That's pretty much
definitely in a romance novel somewhere.
I was going to say, that's pretty much Ice Planet Barbarians.
They're not like the chosen ones, though.
I mean, they're chosen to survive and save those people.
That's not what you mean by chosen one, and you know it.
Are they chosen by Cooeys?
I mean, they choose Cooeys.
Yeah, which is a sentence I really hated saying.
Good job with the words. I'm proud of you. Unlike me, Sam remembers things.
For things that I don't want to remember, it's a curse.
See how much happier I am because I don't remember all those things, Sam?
You're onto something, Danielle, I'll be honest.
Ignorance is bliss.
So anyway, the next day they leave for Vanir. Caedmon continues to be bad at magic while Tyor, dang it, while Tyor just naturally gifted. The whole training thing, him earning his powers, just like never really happened. There's no montage, no like him getting better. He just apparently can do the magic he needs whenever he needs it.
Montages are so easy. I don't understand why they don't just add them in.
Yeah, I don't know. A montage I think would work, but apparently they just want to have Tyor be someone with no actual ability except for when Vanir gives him a little pep talk when he's about to lose.
Perfect.
Anyway, as they sleep, Tyor has a dream where he sees horses ride into a village, murdering people left and right, setting fire to the huts. Vanir's voice says, "You must hurry on to Vanir. Donner's men kill all who stand in his way."
I'm going to assume this dream means nothing, like all of our other dreams.
I mean, pretty much. It means exactly what it says in the tin here. Hey guys, you should probably hurry to Vanir, but they were going to Vanir anyways. I'm not really sure what the point of this is. Like, hey guys, you know that place you're going?
Faster!
You should go there and do the thing that I told you to do that you're doing. It's very dumb. So Tyor wakes up.
See, they're wasting the dream. They're wasting this entire section on a dream where they could be doing a montage.
It would be better as a montage, but if they did a montage, they couldn't reuse footage from other movies. Maybe
you could. I don't know what they have for montage.
I don't think they have Caedmon and Tyor in a montage.
You could just have magic things happening, and it's like suggested that they're being that they're happening by Tyor.
It's too bad you weren't a consultant on this film, Danielle.
I can make it better.
Call Roger Corman. Tell him you have a plan. We want to remake Wizard of the Lost Kingdom 2, Wizard Boogaloo, and add a montage. That's the only difference we'll make. We'll make one difference, add a 30-second montage, and that's the only change we'll make.
Except it'll be on, like, modern films, so that's going to look weird.
It's going to look so weird. The aspect ratio will change from 4:3 to 16:9. It'll be perfect.
Nobody will care.
Nobody.
Everything else is so weird in that. It'll just become part of the lore.
Yeah. Anyway, Tyor wakes up and tells Caedmon of his dream and admits he finally understands the importance of their quest, so I guess he didn't really clock it until now.
Wasn't he the one early? Was that Tyor, you said?
Yeah.
Wasn't he the one earlier that got all angry at Caedmon because he was like...
What's his name, Danielle? Come on, you gotta remember that name.
Refused to go out and fight the good fight?
Yes, he is, but please tell me the name Caedmon has given himself in this movie.
Dark One?
Yeah, there you go. You got it. Not a hard name.
I don't remember his real name.
That's his real name. The Dark One.
Oh, we never found out his actual name.
No, that is his name. He is the Dark One. That is his on birth certificate, the Dark One.
I think it's David.
Okay, sure. Let's get with it. All right, so they're walking through the forest again the next morning. That's like what they do 90% of this movie. When a sexy woman on a horse spots them on the road. Caedmon commands, "Stay, Amethea, Vanir," and she stops and he introduces himself. And surprise, Tyor is immediately has the biggest voter for her, and I don't like him.
Did we get another Manticore scene?
Oh, I wish, Danielle, there is no super buff Manticore or floating woman's head in this movie, and it is all the worse for it.
That's a shame. This would be the perfect time to insert it.
Yeah. Manticore is walking the forest. Danielle, why? Don't be the Tyor of this podcast. Be better than Tyor.
No, you gotta otherwise you can't understand the characters. You have to be one with them.
Oh, you said you're getting the character. I see. I didn't realize your commitment was that high.
Otherwise, I'll never remember the plot of this.
You won't either way, so what's the point?
You don't know that.
I think I do.
I remembered wolves. What do you want from me?
Okay. That movie is way more in your wheelhouse. That's true.
Do you like a good werewolf drama?
Romance, love triangle. Anyway, they banter back and forth a bit, and she's like, yeah, I'm heading to go retake my kingdom. You can come with me if you want, and I'm the queen, though, so you listen to me. And like, well, we're wizards. Like, well, that's fine, but I'm still the queen. And Tyor asks then if he can carry her lance, and for some reason she agrees, just gives him her lance, and that's never brought up again. Why not? So I don't know why that's important.
Another scene where they could have had a montage.
Yeah. And honestly, the lance never appears in the movie again, so I think she gave it to Tyor and he lost it. He's like, that was a mistake.
Immediately set it down. He went to the bathroom, he set it down and walked off without it, and she just didn't notice till miles later.
Yeah, he dropped it like Simon. His hands don't work just like him. It's the one through line. All the heroes of this movie, their hands can't hold on to things.
That's what Wizards of the... What is this movie called again?
Wizards of the
Lost Island?
Kingdom, Danielle, Kingdom.
Wizards of the Lost Kingdom. Whatever, this is a lot of our things. Wizards of the Lost Kingdom 3 is I'm just trying to find the lance. It's the same plot as the first one where they go in a big circle just to find that it's actually in the same spot they left it in.
I like to imagine it's more just they're just taking a stick and they're whacking through the brush saying, do you see the lance yet? I gotta get a metal detector or something. Anyway, they walk through the woods until they stop to eat. A menacing figure watches them from the distance. Tyor attempts to turn a stick into a sausage, but instead makes a banana, which freaks them all out. And Caedmon's like, throw it away. It is not natural. And he tosses it away. They're weirded out by it. Amethea says she'll go get food, and Tyor is all, anything is fine, Your Majesty, but I do have a weakness for wild boar. And does he think he's being charming? Is this how you think flirting works?
Maybe. He's 15.
She is not having it, is all I can say about her. While hunting, Amethea sees a troop of men marching through the woods, and we cut to the men accosting Tyor and Caedmon and taking them captive. They recognize Amethea's horse, and two of the men get into a fight over who's in charge. While they're distracted, Amethea is standing up in a tree and starts picking them off with arrows before jumping down to kill the rest with her sword.
It's a shame she doesn't have her lance.
Right? Well, lance would have made this much easier. She frees our two heroes, and they leave without food, so I guess they eat the men she killed.
It sounds like she's the hero.
Yeah, she's better than all of them. I like her better than anyone else in the movie so far. And not just because she's wearing a vest that's way too small.
And no lance.
And no lance. Anyway, she takes them to a secret cave controlled by her people that leads under the city. She leaves them to rest while she goes up to check on her remaining warriors, who are used as gladiators by Donner in his blood sport. In the city...
Who's Donner?
The evil
Donner
wizard.
Okay.
Donner of Vanir.
Vanir. There we go.
So in the city, she sees some of her men forced to fight in a fenced-in area and looks very unhappy about it. Also, for some reason, Tyor is there too, and I don't know why.
Just for fun? He's watching? He's nothing better to do?
He followed her even though she told her not to. I think obviously it's a continuity error.
Or montage.
Montage! So that night, we cut to the night, they're all sleeping, and Vanir's voice calls out to Tyor, waking him. He looks into a bubbling pool nearby where a hologram of Vanir appears. He tells Tyor...
Is Vanir just him in the future?
Nope.
Is Vanir evil?
Maybe.
Is Vanir, trapped and they're going to have to rescue him and it turns out that he's evil? And he's, trying to take over the kingdom and that's where we get to the...
Lightning round.
That's all I got.
We got Fear for the Future. We got Evil. We got Trapped and Has to Be Rescued. And maybe also Evil again. Any other guesses?
No, but 2 out of 3 were evil, so
yes.
maybe he's evil.
Yeah, that's a pretty good guess. He tells Tyr he's come a long way, I guess. He's commanded the element. Now he must command himself and go alone into the castle for the test of the heart. And I'm like, no? Why?
This is an insane training.
Yeah.
You've learned how to do 4 things. Now you must have the test.
And somehow you magically conjured fire when I told you to conjure fire. You wouldn't have thought that on your own. So I guess you've learned something. I don't know. It's very dumb. I mean, imagine if you went to a piano lesson. Let's do piano lessons. Okay. Imagine you're taking piano lessons, Danielle. And they're like, okay, start by playing Moonlight Sonata and we'll get back to the rest later.
That's a little bit how I learned how to play piano, I'll be honest.
Okay, great. Well, then you would fit right in this fantasy movie, Danielle.
With Moonlight Sonata, actually.
Yeah, and everyone starts with Moonlight Sonata.
I jumped ahead, though. I learned barely the basics, and then I was like, I'm going to do hard things. Just skip.
So maybe you shouldn't make fun of Vanir and his training method so much, Danielle. They seem effective.
I no longer play piano well, so I'm not sure that's true. I don't know any of the basics. There's a reason you learn the basics first.
Yeah, well, apparently that is a true thing. Oh, well, Danielle, maybe you should give Vanir lessons in teaching.
Yeah, don't do that.
Good. All right,
don't be
lesson
evil.
Done. Lesson done.
Montages.
Montages. Of course, montages. Anyway, Tyr wakes Caedmon and tells him of his vision. Caedmon is like, okay, great. Go tell Amethyst and she'll show you how to get into the castle. You're going to do this alone. So Tyr finds Amethyst addressing her troops, and she's like, whenever the wizards get the sword, that's when we're going to attack. And Tyr says, well, time for me to get the sword right now. And she's like, great. Let me show you how to go in. So she takes him to a rope that he climbs up into the castle through a grate, but we don't see what the rope is tied to or if it's tied to anything. I'm not sure how this works.
Rapunzel's hair.
Yes, it's Rapunzel's hair.
It's tied to it.
Oh. Ooh, that must be painful for Rapunzel.
I mean, it was painful either way, let's be honest.
At least in one of the movies, they had her put her hair in a hook so it wasn't on her scalp.
Way more sense. Why would it not be in a hook?
I think that was Tangled they did that, which I'm like, good for them.
Tangled was really one of the best Rapunzel.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there you go. Case in point, she uses a hook, not her hair and her skull. So Tyr sneaks around inside, avoiding the stomping of armored guards. He ducks into a bedroom when a sultry voice says, "Come in, little man, come in."
Ew.
Yeah.
Is this Vanir?
No, yeah, this is Vanir. He's like, this is the real test of the heart, is can you love me like I deserve to be loved? If only.
That's my other plot line. You can also be a 16-year-old girl.
Vanir, the 16-year-old girl who trained Caedmon. Got it?
I mean, maybe he's just stuck in time, he turned the lady from Neverending Story, she's just forever a child.
The childlike empress? Yeah, sure. Now, I have a question about, I've always wondered, if this goes back to one of the many, many things I dislike about Twilight, which is if you were an ageless ancient person, you're a 16-year-old, but you have the brain and experience of a 100-year-old. Is it still okay to date 16-year-olds, or is it also not okay to date people or who are your age mentally, but not physically? This is a very complicated situation. What I'm getting at here, Danielle.
Yes, it's a mystery. I don't know what to tell you.
Either way, it feels gross, is what I'm saying.
I mean, either way, they're much. It doesn't matter how old the person is; they're going to be younger than you.
Well, not necessarily. But let's say she was 40-year-old in a 16-year-old body because she stopped aging at 16 or whatever, right?
Sure, but let's pretend that most vampires aren't only 40 years old. Usually they're
she's not a vampire.
200 years old or whatever. I'm just saying that kind of thing.
Yeah. I'm still I
don't know, Sam. Just when you get those stories, you just go, whatever.
I don't like it. So I'm saying it makes me uncomfortable. The whole there's no good solution.
You're
I think
too hard about it.
That never happened before. Oh, Sam is thinking too hard about something. Call the press. Anyway, that is my problem. I'm just saying, don't like those kind of stories.
That's fair.
So the sultry lady says, "Come in, little man," and Tyr obliges and finds a sexy woman on a bed holding a rose. She takes his hand and brings him onto the bed. She tells him, "You were looking for the sword, and I was looking for you. I'm Freya."
Is she the sword?
Nope, she's Freya.
Are you sure she's pronouncing it right?
She's Freya.
Just because it's her own name doesn't mean anything in this movie.
That's a good point. She's, I knew you'd come. Smell the black rose and become a man. I'm like, is that how it works now? Is that
a metaphor?
Yeah, is that what we're calling it? The black rose, huh? That's a new one. Also, smelling it.
Wow.
Don't love that. And this is my favorite thing. She gives him the black rose and he smells it like, gross. It smells like garlic. I'm like, no, he's not ready for this.
He's not ready for a lot of things.
Yeah, exactly.
He did not have enough montages.
Yeah, I'm like, no, dude, you have no idea. And she admonishes him not to play a game with her, and she can give him what he needs, not Donar. With it, they can rule together. And she kisses him and says that he has the amulet. She can get the sword. We don't need anyone else but us.
Okay. Does he not find this at all suspicious? I guess he's 15. What does he know?
Tyr is all, what did you have in mind? And Freya says his quest was doomed from the beginning, but if he stays with her, she can show him the great power that darkness holds. Together they can rule over all of Baldar and Vanir. She will do anything he asks.
She's one of the evil wizards, right?
No. Tyr, like all men who talk a big game when confronted with reality, is all, anything? What do you mean, Freya? And it's very funny because he is completely out of his depth.
This is a perfect way to, make him fail.
Yeah. She pulls him down to kiss him again and then casts a spell at him saying he's in her power and will give her the amulet. And Tyr obliges again. And then Freya says she's done with him, gives him a dagger and tells him to stab himself.
And he does. The end.
Right, he's about to. And he takes the dagger and says, anything for you, Freya. And just as he's about to do it, Vanir's voice breaks in saying, stop, Tyr. You've let her trick you with your heart. You can break this spell by rejecting her evil.
He didn't think to do this earlier. He was like, let's see how far he'll go. I
can get this, yeah.
I'll let him get a couple guesses in. He deserves that.
He's something like that.
What is this timing?
Apparently that pep talk is all Tyr needs because he immediately snaps out of it and says, no, you tricky devil, show me where the sword is or I'll... Okay, I gotta say this right because he says it wrong and I want to say it right. He says, show me where the sword is, I'll skewer you like you've never been skewered before. I think he means skewer.
Oh, scripts.
But skewer is much funnier.
Skewer.
It's so good. He's like, and he's trying to sound all menacing, like, I'll skewer you. I'm like, oh, dude, you lost it. You almost had a menacing line, but you totally porked it, man.
And then she starts to laugh, and she's like, you've only ever read that word, huh? You've all been there, buddy.
Yeah, I've 100% been there. I get it, man. But again.
Just not on film.
And also not when I'm trying to, intimidate the sexy witch who tried to seduce me.
That's true. You should choose words that you know if you're going to do that.
Yeah, if you're going to try to make a big speech or talk tough, you got to make sure you got to play that one safe. So he takes the amulet back and she calls him Gauche, which is very funny. She leads him out saying, don't you love me at least a little bit? And Tyr says, yeah, but that's besides the point. And I'm sure, okay, I guess.
True love.
She leads Tyr to an altar where the sword rests and he takes it. So that was easy. As he leaves with it, the evil dude in a fabulous cape with a feathered collar confronts him in the hallway saying that such a sword is of no use to one so young. I can teach you how to use its powers. But Tyr screams, I already have a teacher. And then he kills the guards and runs.
Now he's a murderer.
The man says he needs to warn Zars. Freya pops her head into the hallway, and the man grabs her, calling her a fool, and she says, I tried. He had a knife to my neck. I had no choice, and I made no promises. Now leave me alone. I have a headache. And so the dude just straight up clocks her across the head, punches her, knocks her out, and he says, now you have a headache, and laughs. I'm like...
That's what I was going to say he should say, and then he did. Yeah. That's great.
Yeah, and the dude's got jokes for an evil wizard. Props. Tyr is running through the castle, avoiding the guards Scooby-Doo style, fighting them off when necessary, but mostly playing literal cartoon pranks, like hiding behind a suit of armor, then lifting the armor to point one direction, saying, he went that way, and the guard falls for it, which is not a good look for Donner or his guards. So he returns to Amethea, and she is all, well done, Tyr. My people will follow you into battle. But Tyr gives her the sword, saying, no, they will follow you. The sword will defeat all before it. So, cool, I guess. Anyways, in the morning, they crawl out of the grates and into the Colosseum just as the gladiators are let out. Amathea screams, "No!" and a chaotic battle breaks out. It mostly consists of random shots of dudes fighting, with Amathea just kicking all the ass.
She's great.
She is. She should be the hero of this movie instead of Tyor, but here we are.
No, we've got to watch the 15-year-old.
Yeah. We cut to the evil wizard who has chained Freya to an altar and is saying he will sacrifice her to the evil that will soon cover everything. Freya's like, "Are you sure? I can still be useful. I'm good at this kind of stuff." But Donna raises the dagger to stab, then Tyor and Amathea burst in and Donna vanishes. Amathea gives the sword to Tyor, and he and Caedmon say they must be off to the next kingdom as Donna is going to warn Zars.
How old is this woman?
Which one? Amathea or Freya?
Freya.
20s?
Okay.
Why? What?
Just trying to visualize it. She's hitting on a 15-year-old.
I mean, no, not really. She's trying to use her wiles to control him and ensorcell him.
Ensorcell.
Yeah, how to make him come back.
There's so many good things from that one. How did I not remember it?
That was my point, Danielle. Thank you. That was my frustration.
I just didn't remember. Like all the plot of it. I remember the things that came out of it.
So Freya asks Tyor to take her with them, and he turns her down. And the last shot is of her saying, "Seduced and abandoned," which, like, no.
Freya is like, who is she?
I don't know.
Just one of the evil minions.
Well, apparently Amathea knows her, like. And it also doesn't trust her or like her very much. So I guess he was like maybe one of Amathea's subjects who turned on her to join Donna.
Okay.
An opportunist? Who knows? Again, we learned nothing about her.
Love that.
Anyway, back to Tyor and Caedmon. Once again, walking through the woods. Caedmon says, "You'll face your greatest fight in Edok. In the test of the soul, you must choose between good and evil. And you did almost give up your quest for a girl, Tyor. So, do better. That darkness has seduced many before you. Zars was one of Vanir's most powerful wizards until the evil captured his heart." So Vanir is not really doing so well on trading wizard. He's traded Caedmon, who sucks, and Zars, who is the biggest evil wizard of them all. So good job, Vanir.
And now he's plucked this dude out of obscurity.
You mean Tyor?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. Marked him. From birth.
Maybe. I'm still not convinced.
Or maybe he, marked him after, when he was sleeping. He's like, "Oh, I gotta give him a mark for Caedmon," and stuck into his room and drew a Sharpie mark on his arm or something.
I'm still pretty sure it's just a birthmark that he takes credit for.
You know what? Whatever works, I suppose. So as they're walking, suddenly a man jumps out at them on the road. It's the Dark One and his wife. They're back!
Yay! I was so worried that he'd get top billing and never actually be in the movie.
Well, worry no longer, Danielle, because Zara sacked their bar for back taxes, so now they're looking for work. They're going to go to Idun, his wife's father, to become weavers. Carpet weavers.
So now that it's affecting him, he's
on board
out
to help.
About doing his thing. God. People, man.
Yeah, right. Caedmon invites him to come with him, and Tyor and his wife is like, "No, we're going to become weavers." But the Dark One's like, "No, actually, I want to go kill things. That sounds like more my speed." As they walk on, they encounter a man standing in the middle of the road with other thugs standing off to the side. He wants revenge on the Dark One for killing his brother in the bar. And the Dark One steps up to fight and defeats them all easily. And his wife comes out after all this is over and is all over him. So clearly she has a fetish for murder.
Well, it's good that she's married to him then. Could he not kill these wizards?
No, because he's not magic.
Do they need magic? So far they have needed very little magic.
Yeah, he needed magic to break free of the amulet so he could turn the other Loki into stone.
But I feel like he wouldn't have fallen for what's-her-face's Freya's magic.
Okay, he may be able to steal the sword from Donna, because Donna was an idiot, which we'll get to, but he would not be able to defeat Loki and his amulet, for sure.
Okay. You don't know that. Maybe only it works on other wizards.
That'd be very funny. The anti-wizard
maybe
amulet.
With the same pep talk, he would be fine.
Maybe Vanir should have chosen the Dark One.
Just saying, if you could mark someone from birth, you should also maybe give them, warrior powers.
You would think. So they make it to the city where Zara's men have taken control of the well and keep the people thirsty. So the Dark One has a plan to free the well and get captured, because there's something called the Protector, which was killed by the United Heroes, but has a twin brother down in the dungeon, ready to be released in case of any threat or disobedience. The monster has eaten almost every great hero of the archipelago, Archipelago? When did that come into play? And so the Dark One needs to kill it if they'll have a chance. So he needs Tyler to keep Zars busy, so Zars can't use his power against the people. This is basically Ermon's plan for the very first, castle all over again. Keep the wizards distracting the other wizards while we do the uprising.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
There was a lot packed into that. The Protector, don't know what that is. Some monster. There's Archipelago. We never see another island or a body of water, so that doesn't make any sense.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I am very perplexed by all of this, and I want to know more.
This whole land doesn't make sense. They just keep giving things names, but there's no context for any of this.
Yeah, yes, 100%, Danielle. This is the fantasy name generator of a movie.
They knew it didn't matter, so they could pretty much say anything they wanted.
Except they didn't count on us.
Nobody has.
And nobody will. So the Dark One goes over to the well, kills the guards there while the others hide nearby. The wife, Aiden, tells Tyr she knows a secret way into the castle and 3 ways out, and they all chuckle like it's a double entendre, but I don't get it. Anyway, the Dark One finishes off the guards at the well, and a crowd rushes over and starts clawing at the water in desperation, calling, "We villagers thank you, Dark One!" And then some more guards show up and the Dark One surrenders and allows himself to be led inside. He's brought before Zars and Donner and told to prepare to die. He's going to be killed by the Protector. They take the Dark One away while Donner asks how they'll find the wizards. But Zars says, they'll come to us. Which they do, so good for him.
That's true.
Yeah.
Like, you just sit there. Like all plots, they will come to you if you just sit there.
Yeah, it's great. They don't do anything. Meanwhile, Aiden tricks a guard to helping her and the others sneak in using her feminine wiles before killing the man, so good for her.
Yeah.
As the Dark One is being led away, he overpowers his guards, one of which says, in my favorite line of the movie, "Come on, Dork One." Ooh, sick bird! He dies immediately. It's great.
It's unfortunate. That was probably his one line, his one made up line. They just were they kept it in there.
Yeah, when you have gold like that, you don't throw it out.
Or maybe that's how he thought it was pronounced.
How do you dark? Maybe, who knows? All right, Dork. So good. I wish I was that clever. Anyway, the Dark One opens the cell door to where the Protector is, I guess, and red light and smoke billows out. He rushes in, and we get these weird close-up of teeth and tentacles, and everything is very hard to see.
Probably from another movie.
Yeah, well, maybe. It's all those close-ups and a lot of fog. And one of the tentacles wrapped around the Dark One's leg, dragging him forward. And there's this girl's voice screaming, help me, save me. And as he's being dragged forward towards the mouth, the wheezing breath is grasping at him. But then something happens, and then there's a sword in the head of the Protector, and he's dead. So good job. The Dark One killed him pretty easily.
Glad all that build up for nothing.
He then says he's going to save the woman who was in there too, in the feed cage. We never see her. We just hear her, so I'm guessing he murders her too.
The end.
The end.
Nobody cares about that woman, only the other 3.
Yeah. Anyway, Donner is lamenting that I was a good tyrant, a benign despot. And I'm like, what? But Zars derides him as a stupid incompetent for leaving his sword of justice just lying around. And Donner says, Donner says, I didn't think I had any enemies. I'm like, that's wild. You are, by your own admission, a tyrant and a despot, and you think you have no enemies? That's crazy. This dude, I understand, everyone thinks they're on the right. I know everyone thinks they're the evil person usually. Everyone thinks that they're fighting for the right cause, but, that's wild, Daniel. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Everybody's got enemies.
I am a benign despot, and yet I didn't think I have any enemies. What a shock it was that me, the literal evil wizard, I call myself an evil wizard, had people who didn't like him. Wild. Absolutely crazy. So in marches Tyr and the others, and Tyr points at them and declares, surrender the chalice of magic and I'll let you go free, Zars. Shockingly, Zars is not impressed.
He's like, okay, 15-year-old.
Yeah, pretty much.
3 days of training.
Zars taunts Tyler, like, aren't you afraid you're too weak to defeat me, even with the sword and the amulet? Do you know how to use their power? And so Tyler reaches out towards a crystal ball in the corner and chants something which causes it to explode, which both impresses and delights Caedmon. And I guess that's impressive? I have no context for if he did anything impressive or not.
Is Vanir the, like, twin brother of Zars?
Yes. Zars backwards is Zars, which is Vanir's name. It's mirror universe rules.
I just meant that he's like he's being like held hostage or something, and he's the twin brother.
Zars backwards is Raz, so yes.
Raz.
He's
a Vanir.
Not Vernier, the Boehner.
Vanir.
Not veneer like a cap on a mouth, or maybe it is. I don't know. It's spelled differently.
I've heard it both ways. That's how you pronounce it, Sam. I don't know what to tell you.
No, I'm just saying veneer in The Wizard here is spelled differently than like a veneer, like a tooth cap.
Yeah, but I can pronounce it however I want.
Yeah, I'm not going to stop you.
Zars is a sham. He's actually Vanir.
Okay, sure.
Vanir.
He has a veneer of a wizard, but underneath he's really Zars.
He's not the wizard. He's a wizard under a wizard.
Oh, like a wizard Matryoshka doll.
Yes, exactly. Take one off, there's another one inside.
Inside, more wizards! All the way down until you get to the bottom when it's just Caedmon. How did you get in there?
Yeah, he's actually... Ooh, is Caedmon secretly Vanir?
Yeah, there we go.
He was talking to himself this whole time. He's a little crazy.
So meanwhile, the Dark One fights his way through the guards into the throne room with the others, massacring the guards and continuing the fight out in the hall as Tyr exclaims, "Isn't he great?" Then Donner basically insults Tyr like, "Oh, I see he's doing all the fighting while your sword is useless." And Tyr puts his sword up to Donner's throat. But Caedmon warns that he has no weapon, and he knows that even if you embrace the thought of killing him, you will become evil and join him and not kill him. Get it? Get it, Danielle?
We killed those guards earlier.
Danielle, those people had weapons. They were not unarmed.
Whatever.
Yeah. So apparently...
So it's... Okay, so arguably, they just happen to have, like, a knife on them.
Yep.
And they're cooking, and you kill them. It's fine, because they had a weapon.
But the evil wizard with magic, apparently, is not allowed to kill them when they don't have, like, a physical sword in their hands.
So the magic doesn't count as a weapon?
No, apparently not.
Absolute nonsense.
Complete bunk. Complete nonsense. Absolute hogwash.
The rule is so specific because it's like a physical weapon on their body. Not like they're planning to kill you. Not that it's magic as a weapon. Nope, it's literally just if you happen to have a physical weapon on you. And apparently, what could be a weapon? Candlestick? Anything. Anything's a weapon. We've played Clue. We know how it goes. Jinx! Like 4 times today.
And like, also, think about this. The whole like catch-22 is my favorite part. It's like, if you actually embrace killing him, you won't kill him, and you'll join him instead. So like, there's no way. Like, so either you don't kill him, or you plan to kill him, but you can't kill him, so you didn't kill him. Like, what's going on?
If you stab him with a sword, does it count as him having a weapon on him now?
Let me just poke your leg with this knife. Now I can kill you. Doesn't matter. Like, I don't
the
know
weapon on you.
But Zars leans in. It's like, do it. Listen to me and live. And Donner's all, join us. You know you can't defeat us. We can rule the 3 kingdoms together.
If you drop a knife into his pocket and then stab him, is that fine?
Only if he doesn't know you put the knife there.
So many questions.
It's a dumb rule. Clearly contrived just for this one scene and makes no sense in the broader context. They're interrupted by a random guard saying, "The peasants are starting to gather at the well, master." And Zars just says, "Deal with it." So, like, thanks for the interruption, dude.
Are they uprising or are they, like, getting water?
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
I mean, you could be uprising. It probably makes you thirsty.
Yeah, or they need thirst. They need to slack their thirst so they can uprise. Rise up?
Thirst for uprising.
There you go. That's the slogan, Danielle. We solved it. Our new bumper sticker: a thirst for uprising. Wizards, not lizards.
A thirst for uprising, actually.
Yeah. Join the club. The Dark One returns and asks Tyr to give him the sword, which Tyr does, so I guess the whole moral quandary is over as the Dark One heads out to help the villagers in their fight. But then we come back to Tyr, now holding a dagger to Donner's throat, so I guess the moral dilemma isn't over. My bad.
Just endless knives and daggers on him. Just keeps pulling them out.
He is armed to the teeth. Everyone would be absolutely justified in killing Tyr. He's by his own rules. He is the most killable person in the Three Kingdoms. So Caedmon is continuing to tell Tyr it's a bad idea to kill a helpless prisoner. I'm like, he's a dark wizard. He's not helpless. What are you talking about?
Very loose definition.
But then the voice of Vanir says, the darkness threatens to engulf you.
Ooh.
Then Zars brings over a smoking chalice of magic and commands Tyr to look inside and see his fate if he sticks with Vanir, as the chalice only shows the truth. An image of a skull flashes inside the chalice as Zars intones that his death draws closer, but with them, he can live! Back at the battle, Urmon and Amethea have shown up to help. Hooray! The whole crew's here!
Yay!
Back in the throne room, Donner says, come on, kid, do it. Unless you think you're too good to be evil, which, great line, love it, 100% on board. Second best line in the movie after the dork one.
Too good to be evil.
Yeah. What, you're too good to be evil?
That can also be a tagline. Lizards, not wizards, too good to be evil.
It's okay. These movies give more political slogans than anything else we've done.
Who knew?
Yeah, who knew that Roger Corman was a political genius? So Zars demands the amulet, even as Caedmon warns that in his hand, even the chalice can lie. Wake up or they'll kill you! But Tyr is ensorcelled again and hands the amulet to Zars.
Ensorcelled.
These movies are all ensorcellment here, ensorcellment there, ensorcellment everywhere.
Yeah. Thanks to that first movie, I now know the word ensorcelled.
I know, I had to bring it back for a reprise.
I appreciate that.
So Zars puts on the amulet, crowing that no magic can touch him now. And then he asks, who's the greatest villain of all, Donner? And Donner replies, I should be able to wear it half the time, right? So Caedmon walks over and casts a spell to summon a fire, which Zars puts out immediately by summoning a brief rain. R-A-I-N. Donner then goes to get an axe to kill Caedmon.
Did he have children so he could get a plentiful rain? What
didn't.
Was the word? No.
Prosperous, Danielle, prosperous.
Prosperous rain.
He didn't, Danielle, but maybe it would have worked better if he did. Donner then goes to get an axe to kill Caedmon, but Tyr seems to come to his senses a bit and calls, no, you can't kill my father! What?
Who said that?
So, Donner goes to get an axe to kill Caedmon, but Tyr seems to come to his senses a bit and says, no, you can't kill my father. So, like, Caedmon is his father, is what he's implying?
Is he?
No.
Does he mean metaphorical father?
My only
guess... father of my knowledge?
My only guess is that either this is supposed to be a twist that is never capitalized on, or Tyr is still like groggy and is like, oh, that's my father, because he's just some random old dude I kind of like.
Either way, insane.
Yes. I had to like rewind and like, wait, what? And maybe I misheard him because the audio quality was not great, but like, I was baffled. I was completely baffled by this. So Tyr now casts a spell where yellow light ghosts swirl around Donner and go into his mouth as he spins and screams, killing him before Tyr collapses. So I guess because Donner picked up an axe, he was fair game.
That's fair. I mean, according to the rules, Sam, it's just playing by its rules.
It's right. Just play by the rules. Hate the game, not the player.
Exactly.
So Zars says, thank you, you've eliminated my last rival, for which I am grateful, but you've been a naughty boy and must be punished. Which is not a great line. Don't like that one. So he also goes to get an axe, having learned nothing from Donner's demise, I guess. Tyr groggily sits up as Zars approaches, and Caedmon yells for him to break out of it. Tyr closes his eyes, and lights flash. You see, like, his skeleton as if he's being electrocuted, like in the cartoon. The lights stop, and Zars raises his axe, but the Dark One comes in and tosses the sword to a recently recovered Tyr. Tyr quickly gets his butt kicked by Zars and is, like, thrust onto his back.
As should happen in reality, because
he's
this
a
kid
child.
Is zero trading.
And he is a child against a full-grown man. But as Tyr is down, he casts a spell that makes his right arm, like, grow super muscles, and he thrusts his sword forward, throwing it, and it pierces Zars through the gut, pinning him to the statue.
Why not?
Tyr takes the amulet back from the now dead Zars as the crowds outside cheer in victory. Bells toll.
How do they know? How do they know?
I don't know, Danielle. Don't ask questions. Maybe there was a cut that we didn't understand. Bells toll as Amathea and Ermon come to the throne room, and they and all the people kneel before Tyr, who just says, "Uh-oh," for reasons. This movie is baffling. Like, the last 10 minutes here, I've heard more things from Tyr's mouth that have confused me than like, not my father. Uh-oh, like, what's going on here, buddy? What is this movie?
Like these weird edits that would have made more sense if they just kept everything in.
Maybe. Like, I don't know if it was cut or like... Because there are a lot of really bad cuts in the movie. Like it clearly cuts like the mid-scene to something else. And like, oh, they definitely like mid-sentence almost. So... I'm
going to go with your assumption originally that they filmed everything one time. So if he screwed up, it's just too bad.
Again, and I am willing to believe the version I got was not a good copy of the movie because it is very hard to find. Like, I found a bunch of places like selling sketchy like Russian DVD copies. I'm like, I don't know about that. Or like VHSs on eBay, but I was like, so who knows?
So you're telling me this could be like one of the Highlanders or wherever, where there's like 8 different versions of it?
Yeah, maybe. I have no idea. If somebody has like a VHS copy or a DVD copy of this movie, send it to me. I want to transfer that, digitize it, and figure that out.
He'll send it back.
Yeah, and I'll give you the digital copy too.
I know you can't like trust me, bro, but for real, he really will.
Or better yet, you send me the digital copy. Just keep your physical one, please.
There you go.
Anyway, we cut to later. Tyr is complaining that he doesn't want to be king, but the others explain that he has to be king, or they'll all become jealous of each other's political power and start fighting among themselves. Mm-hmm. Which, why? What? Is Tyr immune from jealousy? I don't know what's going on here.
He's a chosen one, Sam.
So they bicker some more, and then lightning flashes, and Vanir appears on the throne saying, "Must I suffer these moments of materiality for the sake of squabbling fools?" So here's where we learn a little bit more about Vanir. Like, apparently
he's King Tyler. No, he's the guy, he's Aura's boyfriend.
Simon?
In the future.
No.
Yeah, Simon.
No. I'm saying we learn that he is...
I'm just throwing ideas out there.
I'm saying we learn that he is immaterial. Like, he is non-corporeal. He's on another plane of existence. And so but he can come back to the physical world and affect things. So you're right. Why didn't he just kill the evil wizards? Like, dude, Vanir, do your job. This saves all a lot of trouble.
Why is he immaterial?
He's ascended to the highest order of wizard, which is a wizard of pure energy, I guess.
Okay. Are you making that up? Is that in the plot?
No, it's not. I'm making that up.
You said it so confidently.
Did I? I think I sounded very unconfident about that.
At the end, you kind of did the up thing, but for the rest of it, you like said it like it was a thing.
You know what, Danielle? I'm confident in my nonsense, I'll tell you that.
I believed you, sort of.
I mean, I wouldn't. This movie's crazy. It could be true. Who knows? Anyway, his solution is, let the Dark One choose the leader of the 3 found kingdoms of the fallen wizard. And I'm like, wait, what? So, Wizards of the Lost Kingdom became 3 found kingdoms of the fallen wizard. None of the, none of the plurals makes, it used to be like the wizards plural of the Lost Kingdom singular. Now it's the found kingdoms plural of the fallen wizard singular. I can't keep track of what's happening.
There's a lot of wizards. Are you sure this isn't Wizard Island?
I mean, it was Archipelago,
Wizard Island. That's what I mean.
I would love Wizards of Wizard Island. Sign me up for that show. The Dark One is all like, fine, okay, Ermon should be king, and Amathea should be queen, and I will be the bartender. So I guess he just, like, made an arranged marriage.
Excellent.
Luckily, Ermon and Amathea are both sexy and into each other, so yay.
They're fancy, Sam. Please.
Sorry, fancy. Also, like, how does that resolve the power struggle? I don't understand this solution at all.
I mean, the bad wizards are gone. It's fine.
Sure. Tyr then asks, hey, what about me? And Vanir says, you must travel on, Tyr of Iraq. Tyr laments he just wants to go home, but Vanir says, rise, wizard, grand wizard of the reunited powers of the creative order, commander and general of this bandit army, and honorary man.
He's got so many titles and big things for some kid who has like 4 days of training.
We'll get to that, but also my favorite is honorary man. Like, that feels insulting.
It is insulting. Especially since he's apparently a general.
Well, what Vanir says is, give me the artifacts of power. And so Tyor does. And I really want Vanir to be evil here. I thought this would be his heel turn. Like, now I've got the artifacts. I'm in charge. I'm going to take over. That doesn't happen, unfortunately. But I do think he's not a good person, because what he says next is, now you must go forth from here and prove your right to those fine titles through acts of humiliation and frustration. You must take charge of the one-time wizard Caedmon and re-instruct him through the rites of passage. If you can do that, you really are a wizard.
This feels like a con. Like, he was tired of him having to be, like, in charge of this guy, and he was like, I'm gonna get this 15-year-old to do it. He could literally say anything, they'd believe him.
I feel like it's also like, what's on my chore list today? I'll go to Vanir, pick up the sword, go to Enoch, pick up the amulet. You know what? I'll think somebody like, do it for me, like, do my grocery shopping while he's out there, and then, like, I'll take care of this other guy I've been meaning to get rid of. All right, thanks, you've collected all the artifacts, now go away and do acts of humiliation and frustration until I need you again.
Yeah, this seems sketchy.
I think Vanir's the real villain of this movie.
I thought that from the beginning.
Yeah, well, I think it's been validated. So lightning flashes, a Vanir vanishes, so Tyor leads a cheer to the queen and king of all creation. What? I thought it was 3 kingdoms. That's all creation? This movie's got to get its scale straight.
Maybe they think that their area is, like, the only area. That's all there is. They haven't explored outside of their islands.
The archipelago is all there is. There's nothing outside the archipelago. Got it.
Yep. They're very far away from other things.
Yeah. So the king and queen make out a bit as the Dark One and his wife do the same, and Tyor sort of looks on while Caedmon says, maybe one day you'll meet somebody, and they leave.
Freya.
Yikes. So Caedmon then says, shall we go, master? And they leave. Cut to Tyor and Caedmon coming back to the Dark One's bars sometime later. Caedmon demonstrates his new training as he can turn booze into a chicken. The Dark One invites him to stay for a while, but Vanir's voice butts in saying, they must go to the land beyond the mountains where the sacred ram still lives. Now, move out! And I think Vanir is just like getting people to do his groceries or his chores. As they
just
leave,
like coming up with imaginary tasks.
The sacred ram beyond the mountains. Also, while you're there, pick up my dry cleaning. The sacred dry cleaning. Ooh. The dry cleaning of power. As they leave, Caedmon hands them the chicken and says, bon appetit. And as they're walking away, Tyor asks Caedmon, hey, what does bon appetit mean? And Caedmon says, it's something the French will say one day. And Tyor asks, wait, who are the French? And Caedmon responds, that's something only Vanir knows. And Vanir's voice says to just us, the audience, and I'm not telling. Cut to credits.
So the future is the world as we know it today?
Yes. Or at least
confusion abounds.
Or at least in this universe, there will be a people known as the French who speak French, maybe no one else.
Okay, why not?
This archipelago turns into France at some point, and then who knows?
Migrates to the rest of Europe.
Europe doesn't exist, Danielle. It's just this island, and France appears for a while and then disappears again, like Pangea. Oh, well, that's Wizards of the Lost Kingdom too, man. What a movie.
I'm going to assume it was not as successful as the first one on VHS, but I might be wrong.
No clue. I would hope it'd be more successful. And my favorite thing is...
I mean, yes, ideally.
Now that I've finally seen this, I can go watch the Mystery Science Theater episode about it. I've been waiting so long.
Ooh, I'm impressed that you haven't already.
I was like, no, I got to do this for the podcast, Danielle.
Oh, that's true. You don't want to steal their jokes.
Yeah, of course. Or get, like... They also, like, edit the movies for the Mystery Science Theater. I've never really seen an edited version. But that's in my future, Danielle. That's happening this weekend.
It's your favorite thing ever.
It's so good, Danielle. I hope that lived up to the expectations you have for the first Wizards of the Lost Kingdom.
Yes, because I remember it so well. I have often thought, I wonder what the second one's about.
I gotta admit, I wanted more, like, horror, like Golfax the Faceless Yeti monster, but, you know, it was pretty good.
I was hoping Golfax was going to make a brief cameo.
Oh, that would have been amazing. I would have loved like a Golfax running through the background of every shot, like an Easter egg.
Sadly, no.
What did we learn from this one, Danielle? What did we learn from this pair of movies about the world and magic and right and wrong?
That this and Warriors of Virtues would be a great crossover.
Yeah, it would. Golfax versus the kangaroos. Oh, if the Warriors of Virtue TV show got made, I wish like at least one episode would have been a crossover with the Roger Corman Extended Cinematic Universe. Someday, maybe. Someday.
When you're rich, you can make it happen, Sam.
Yeah. Well, if you out there have a better version of this movie or want to explain to me all the things I misunderstood about the magic, you can do so at bookretorts.com.
You can also blue sky us at bookretorts.
And if you want to help fund our Wizard Dojo, really yell at you to use the elemental powers and don't teach you the basics, you can do so at patreon.com.
We're really good at that.
Yeah. Patreon.com.
Totally worth your money. I keep interrupting you.
Yeah, you do. Patreon.com/bookretorts. Ooh, got it there.
Snuck it in there.
Oh, it was a touch and go. Well, until next time, please let there be a Wizard of the Lost Kingdom 3. I need there to be one. Please help me find it if there is.
Is there a fanfic out there?
Oh, anything. I'll take whatever I can get at this point.
Google to the rescue.
I want someone to send it to me. I want the power of the crowd. I want to be surprised.
I have faith in our audience.
Yeah, well, until then, don't fall for Freya's wiles if you're a 15-year-old boy. That just seems wrong.
I mean, it's so hard not to fall for Freya.
I know, it's a real challenge. I can't really blame him. Yeah, right. She had
lots
so much
of
depth. Yeah.
Totally understood Jinx 5 times.
I knew her motivations. I knew what drove her. I knew what she was trying to accomplish.
Absolutely the best character.
100%. Also, before I forget, Dork One.
Pronounce it however you want, Sam.
Yeah, never be too good to be evil. Well, until then, bye.
Take care, everyone.
Don't smush snails?
I didn't mean to. Remember, I accidentally stepped on them and I felt really guilty. And so I did a little slug god offering.
Oh, yeah. Apparently they did not answer your call.
Or it did, and now I'm being gifted with snails.
Like, this home is your new domain.
Like they feel safe here now. They know I'm probably like, I've killed a lot of snails because they're just so breakable and they're everywhere.
Yeah, they are cute though. You ever see them eat? It's fun. Like the little mouths go and they like saw through the leaves.
I have not seen them eat, but they like the hot tub. So I did rescue one the other day that was like sitting up on the thing.
Sorry, I just had an image in my head of like a bunch of snails having like a party in a hot tub.
I don't know what they're doing under there, but they are definitely having a party. And I put it on a little rock and then I carried it out and it was doing this really cute thing where it was trying to find higher ground. So it was like lifting its little arms up and it was like, and feelers, and was like, hey, I'm on a rock. And I was like, cool, I'm going to put you in the plants. Have fun.
All right. Well, this is Danielle's Snail Adventure. She is queen of the snails.
So many snails. You would not believe the amount of snails in my yard.